So Randy, you've been through your tool, you've been collecting a lot of data on athletes who transition out of sports into entrepreneurial and business endeavors. Do you see any trends in terms of particular paths that work well for a lot of transitioning athletes? Are they going in certain directions? Are they interested in certain things after sports?
Yeah, great question. I was with a friend uh, from the Toronto Raptors, and we were talking about the athlete transition. And I think she works with some NFL players on the side, and she was like, "Yeah, I was talking to one of my NFL guys, and he's I think his 12th year in the NFL, and he's gonna be retiring soon." And she's like, "Yeah, so what are you gonna do next?" And his answer was, "Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go get a regular job that, pays like $300,000 a year and so on and so forth." And she's like, "Wait, that's not regular, like at all, if you
Right.
will." But to answer your question, I find a lot of athletes want to get into business. They are movers, shakers. Business is about having your decision matrix and how do you make decisions and how do you make decisions quickly, building relationships. When I was managing athletes and helping athletes invest into like tech companies, uh, one of the key things that I would share with them was your investment may make you a lot of money later on. It might.
Right.
But this investment is more so about a future job. Because what's going to happen if you put in this $25,000, $50,000 check into this company, you're going to start receiving investor updates. You're going to see cash flow. You're going to see new partnerships, new business, and you're going to care because your money's in there. So, what that's going to do is going to start to develop a little bit of a mindset so that as an investor, you want to help your investment grow. So as an athlete, there's people that are sitting courtside or that are around that can definitely support your endeavors, but it's how do you communicate what that endeavor is and how do you communicate the value of that endeavor so that people want to support? Because I'll say this, a lot of athletes during their journey get all the help that they are looking for. The
Right.
challenge is when you transition and you haven't built any relationships, people don't care as much. Your fire is not burning as hot. So I see a lot of business interests, a lot of marketing, a lot of sales. There's a number of companies that have turned athletes into sales people.
Mhm.
As we know, they're super competitive, they work well in teams, they're driven. Um,
Right.
I I see a very my strongest belief right now in solving this life after sport transition for athletes is this new world of NIL, name, image, and likeness. Now, when I say new world, name, image, and likeness has been around forever. It's just now it's been coined for athletes. And
Mhm.
I'll say there's two sides to name, image, and likeness. There's pay for play, where a school is offering a kid a ton of money to come and play sports, just like professional sports. But then there's the other side of NIL, where because now you have the rights to use your name, image, and likeness, before when the NCAA would allow schools to save or keep all of the revenue they generated from ticket sales and
Right.
jersey sales and TV deals. Now they've got to come to the table and split that with athletes and share that with athletes because they're the ones that are creating value for everybody. Um, those athletes that are getting paid though, those pay to play athletes are 1% of that 500,000 athletes,
Got
if
it.
you will. Still, the other 99% still need support in their identity building and getting ready for that transition. So I feel for those current high school and college athletes, the best tool to help them get ready for their inevitable transition is exploring their own NIL.
Hmm.
And when you explore your NIL, a couple of things happen for you in your own learning journey. One, it forces you to build a personal brand and think about who you are outside of just being an athlete. Two, it if you're making money, it forces you to be financially literate, right?
Mhm.
It forces you to be able to effectively communicate value propositions to businesses that maybe have never spent money on sports, but you've got a small social following and you think you could help this business grow its awareness and or its sales because you're the captain on the swim team and you know all the swimmers love burritos, right? Like
Right.
those sorts of synergies and partnerships, I think for athletes, if we could help more athletes learn those synergies, that mindset, we'll get more entrepreneurs and we'll also get the opportunity for them to build additional identities outside of sport. And why I say this is really important is because, again, that bridge, when they meet that bridge, athletes, do you want to walk across that bridge or are you going to crawl across that
Right.
bridge? And there's a lot of athletes right now that are crawling across that bridge because during their days of athlete, that's all they were.
Mhm.
So I think NIL for those high school and college athletes that are currently in it, even if, Georgia is not offering you $2 million, even if you're getting $10,000, even if you're getting no money, use and explore your NIL. It is the best way to get ready for the future of work. For pro athletes, I believe it's angel investing and entrepreneurship. Investing with your money, obviously knowing the landscape, building relationships, getting yourself a mentor. A lot of athletes don't have the time to be great at everything, right? You could be good at one or two things, but surround yourself with people that are very good at what they do and get better at collaborating, something that AI struggles to do, which is collaborate. So I hope that helps to, if there's a high school athlete or if there's a coach that's listening to this, a parent that's listening to this, and you've got a high school athlete right now, getting them to think about their brand, build their brand, engage their brand. What's the best way for an athlete to explore their NIL? Look at where they're spending their money. Do you buy pizza often? Do you buy this often? Where do you do groceries? Wherever you're spending your money should be the places you're trying to partner with because as an athlete, you're like a on-campus rock star, if you will, right? People come to
Right.
your games, they watch your games. Teachers give you sometimes a little bit of extra bly because of your games or practice. So, like, how do you use that cultural influence that you've earned,
Right.
right? How do you use that? And that's why we built Training Ground because there's no textbook
Right.
on that. Everyone's situations are going to be different as well. So, I think high school, college athletes, NIL, pros, angel investing, I was going to say venture capital, but I think angel investing and really playing in the space where people are leveraging and hedging different bets is a fascinating space to be because it's hand in hand with sports. You've got to be quick on your feet, you've got to work hard, or someone's going to come and take your spot. And in this world, it's no different.